What's going on, guys? Welcome to the random Friday night stream, which seems like every Friday now, basically. Uh, Tomorrow's UFC 272. So, what better time to do some final thoughts? Sorry that I'm a little bit late. I decided I was going to take a shower last second, and then that was 10 minutes late now, so from what I scheduled it for. So, I see the chat's already been going off. Homework, what's going on, my friend? Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm excited. It's our last chance to talk about UFC 272. This is the last time you will see me before we know the results of UFC 272, which is just straight up insanity. The next time I am on here live, we will be doing the post-fight tomorrow night, approximately 1 a.m. As soon as the fights are over, I will be live on the channel. So I hope you guys return and join me then. Let's see what you guys have been filling up the chat with while I've been gone. Homework. Joey, whoever you see this... Hold on, let me scoot my laptop over a little bit. My microphone's like blocking it. Let me move this out a little bit. I hate when it's... Okay, there we go. Let me know, guys, if it's too low. But it was blocking my my chat a little bit. Joey, whoever you see this, whenever you see this, I hope you talk about this on the stream, which I'm not saying Usman is scared, but I'm watching his scrum right now. And he's talking about third fights with Colby and Masvidal after Leon, then talking about Canelo after changing weight classes and even retirement. It just looked kind of bad when Chimaev is right there on his tail. Yeah, it's a weird situation, and I would tend to agree with you that it is a little bit odd that he hasn't talked about him. And the reason I say that is because not only is Chimaev making his way up the ranks, I think I don't want to speak too soon, but I think Chimaev is a money fight. The amount of interest that Chimaev draws in, I think if it was in a title fight after he beat Burns, I think Usman versus Chimaev, and I could be wrong on this, but you guys will have to let me know. I think Usman versus Chimaev does bigger numbers than Usman versus Colby 1 or 2. Maybe not as much as Jorge, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit on the same page as Jorge. I think Usman versus Chimaev is a massive fight. So that's why I find it weird. If Chimaev wasn't like nobody cared about him, but he was like an up-and-coming guy, I wouldn't find it. But also we have to kind of pump the brakes a little bit. I will be the first even making a video talking about Usman. But we have to pump the brakes a little bit. Chimaev's got to get through Burns, and then we'll go from there. The UFC will give him a title shot if he beats Burns. I'm telling you guys that for 100% certainty. There is no way that Chimaev does not get a title shot if he beats Gilbert Burns at UFC 273. And if Usman, all of a sudden, he's still not saying anything about him, then it's a really bad look for Kamaru Usman. If he says, oh, I'm going to retire, or oh, I want to fight Jorge again, or oh, I want to fight Colby again, or I want to go up to middleweight all of a sudden, I will be the first calling it out on here, saying this ain't right, something's amiss. It seems like Usman doesn't want to fight Chimaev. But until then, we have to wait till the Burns fight, because until then, he's not ducking anyone, you know? But I do find it odd, I do find it peculiar that he's not mentioning his name, but I don't find it so out of the ordinary just yet. After he beats Burns, if he does beat Burns, I will find it extremely suspicious. Just watched the Usman press conference, pretty good, although he was dodging all the questions about fighting Chimaev. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Usman wants the attention now because Colby Masvidal are getting it and not him. Fair enough. If I was Usman and I was confident in my abilities, I'd be trying to fast track Chimaev to a title shot myself. I mean, I think that outside of Jorge Masvidal, Khamzat is the biggest money fight in the division. I really believe that. Because I think Jorge's a step above Colby, and I think Chimaev would be a little bit above Colby, but I could be dead wrong. Luque versus Chimaev after Usman goes running for the hills after the Leon fight. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that does not happen. Usman is trying to get attention and make some noise for Canelo fight, but nobody seems interested. Who wants to see that? I'm getting so sick and tired of that. Usman would get knocked the hell out easily. He has no business being there. I would not watch it. I would not pay for it. I would not illegally stream it. I wouldn't watch it on Discord. I wouldn't watch the replay. Usman versus Canelo, nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody. And Usman would get demolished. Usman's striking is awful. It's covered up by the fact that he's very well rounded. His striking is terrible. In a boxing match, he would get wrecked. And I've only seen Canelo highlights. So, 100% agree. Finally, sorry about that, my friend. Good to see you here, Joey. Good to see you here, Fight Life. And I'm loving, I know I said it's like 18 times already. I love the 6-month badge, man. That 6-month red badge looks beautiful. Looks absolutely beautiful. Hello, Joey. Great to see you. What's up? The next time you in here live, you will be perplexed about how well Bryce Mitchell is. I think you meant how good Bryce Mitchell is, but I get your point. What's up? No serious injury with picture of Sean O'Malley getting flash KO'd by elbows. Definitely. What are we saying definitely to, Lee, there? I missed that. I don't know. Dream pay-per-view for this year, Joey. Main event, Usman versus Chimaev. Co-main event, Charles versus Islam for the belt in Abu Dhabi. I don't give a damn where it's at geography. Geologically, actually, would be the real word. I don't care where the hell it's at. Those two fights together, I would pay $200 cash money right then and there. Would love it. Would absolutely love it. I think fans are just tired of rematches over and over again. We need new contenders. I agree. I'm sick and tired of rematches too. Sometimes we need them. Sometimes they're undeniable. But I like to see some of that fresh meat going. Some of that fresh meat is where it's at. I put it on my list of most compelling fights for 2022 that I wanted to see, which is Usman versus Chimaev, as well as Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. I mean, that card itself, I would pay good money for. Thank you, Garrett Lake, for your $6.99. I think that's Canadian money. Appreciate it very, very much, my friend. It means a lot that you're willing to support the channel. Thank you so much for donating. Can't wait for the fights tomorrow. And good evening to you as well. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, whatever you want to call it, around 1 a.m., I will be live as soon as UFC 272 ends. Join me for the post-fight, my friend. Thank you so much for the donation and supporting the channel, man. It means a lot. Joey, can we talk? Hey, French fries. I almost skipped your hey right there, and then I saw your badge and then realized I had missed it. I read it in my head and then missed it. So, what's up, French fries? Joey, can we talk about Islam effed up his relationship with Dana White and the UFC for agreeing then declining? There's a reason why Dana White loved Khabib but now loves Khamzat. I think it definitely has an impact. I think it definitely has an impact for sure. But we'll see. I think, it's probably in the moment Dana's a little bit annoyed about it. But at the end of the day, I think Dana knows that Islam, whether you guys want to agree or not, I think Islam's a star in the making, regardless of what you think of his fight style or his current winning streak. If he continues to win, especially a title, he will be a massive star. So Dana will get over it. Dana can see that potential. Dana sees him as the Khabib reincarnated. I would love, I think I tend to believe it wasn't Islam and it was Ali, which I said in the video. But either way, it's a really bad look. How are you going to raise your hand and say, I'd like to step in and fight RDA. RDA says, okay, I'll do it at 170. You can't go running now. The UFC tries to put it together, and then you say, yeet. No, thank you. I'm out of here. No, thanks. Especially on the cusp of everyone complaining that your win streak is trash. I still want to see Islam fight for the title, but it's a very bad look, and that's exactly why I made a dedicated video of it, because I thought it was important enough to talk about. Did you see my DraftKings lineup? No, I'm assuming you posted in the Discord, but I did not see it. I did not see it yet. Where is it at in the Discord? I'll check it out a little bit later. Good evening again, Garrett Lake. Thank you so much for the donation, man. Every dime goes back into the channel. Also, if anybody ever wants to donate via PayPal, the link is down in the description. Also, if anybody wants to become a member of the channel, your last chance, you can become a member when I'm not on stream. But if you want to become a member, we are all going to be in the Discord chat talking live during UFC 272 tomorrow. We have a specific tab within the Discord where we all message live while we're watching the early prelims, while we're watching the prelims, and most importantly, while we're watching the main card. So if you want to become a member, the link is down in the description. And I will also post the link in the chat as always. So if you want to become a member, message live during the fights tomorrow. Also, the Discord, we talk every single day. Regardless if there's a big fight card coming up, we're talking in there every single day about everything. Fight announcements, any breaking news, random stuff. Fast lives in Canada as well, and he's always posting pictures of snow. And also we got a bets tab now because you guys like betting. I'm not a big fan, so I won't pay attention too much to that bets tab. I see that's where you post it. I'll check it out. But where everyone's posting their bets and stuff. So remember when Khabib opponents kept changing and he was like, it doesn't matter, put anyone, I'll smash them. And he did. Yep. I remember when he fought Darren Horcher on short notice. I'm still sad that Khabib's retired, to be quite honest. Russian fighters have a bad habit of only fighting on perfect circumstances. Every little thing, pull out. I don't know whether to hate on it or agree with it. I think I'd probably be more like that, honestly. Why put yourself in a bad circumstance? But in this case, he could have just kept his mouth shut. I felt like whether it was him or Ali, they were looking for clout. They were looking for attention. They never thought RDA would take it, let alone take it at 170. And he ended up looking like an idiot. So, did you see Conor's thoughts on Islam's ground pound? We actually talked about that in the Discord as well. He said, I'll fight that shit-stained Makhachev. No sweat. Embarrassing ground and pound the other night, in my opinion. Pitiful punching. And then bottles the RDA fight after mouthing off at him. Embarrassing. Watch when I come back. Same as before. Anyone, any weight, anywhere. Game full of shit stains. First off, I do appreciate about Conor. For the most part, anywhere, anyone, any weight. Tony Ferguson at 249. No, thank you. For the title, no, thank you. But you got to respect Conor. He's taking a lot of short notice fights against opponents, changes in styles. But with all that being said, Makhachev would probably wreck him. Outside of Conor getting a quick finish early, Makhachev would wreck him. But I did see the thoughts to answer your question. Joey, do you have a strong opinion in Hardy versus Spyvac? Who do you have? I have Greg Hardy. I would say I'm fairly confident. I'm not super confident. But I think Greg Hardy is athletic. I think he has good power. I think he has decent speed. I think Spyvac has literal no head movement. I think he's basically a statue in there. And I think that Greg Hardy is going to TKO him in the first round. I think Spyvac, if he wins, maybe he takes him down and beats him up on the ground. But I don't think that's happening. Greg Hardy's huge. He's athletic. He's fast. He has power. The heavyweight division is awful. I don't think very highly of Spyvac. I would take Greg Hardy. But I'm not like super confident. I don't trust Greg Hardy to do anything. Let me go check out that DraftKings real quick, bud. You must have posted a while ago. Okay, I see it. You got Barboza, Covington, Dos Anjos, Greg Hardy, Umar Nurmagomedov, Jalen Turner. That's not a bad lineup, dude. That's not a bad lineup at all. I like all those picks. The Covington, I mean, you know I picked Jorge, but still, I don't think that's bad to have in the lineup. I don't think that's bad to have at all. How do you see Jorge beating Colby? I think Colby leaves. I have a full dedicated prediction video on the channel. But I think Colby leaves too many holes in his striking game. I think Jorge has too much power. I think Colby's wrestling isn't as crazy as Usman's. So I think Jorge doesn't have to worry about it as much. Also, he doesn't have to worry about the power coming back from Colby. So I think Jorge can open up a little bit more in the striking. I think he's had 3 training camps preparing to be out-grappled. And I think he's able to stave off the takedowns from Colby, catch him on the chin, and put him to sleep in the second round I'm gonna say second round TKO is my official prediction. So, there you go. I see Jorge knocking him out or TKO, same thing basically, but you get the point. I agree with Islam deserving the title, but before Dana White was like, yeah, he'll probably get it, and Beneil will have to fight someone. Now Dana is going to force Islam to fight Beneil. I seen an interview before Islam turned it down, saying he'd still like to do the Beneil fight. So I don't necessarily subscribe to that narrative, because I seen an interview before Islam had even turned it down, and he said if Beneil can recover fast enough, he'd still like to do that fight. Joey, are you from Texas? No, I'm from Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I might have picked Hardy in DraftKings. I think that's a solid pick. Honestly, I don't blame Conor not taking the Tony fight. He didn't like being the replacement. It's more of an ego thing for him. I don't care. It's not anywhere, anytime, any place then. So I don't care if he, had an emergency. It's not anywhere, anytime, any place then. End of story. I think Islam and Khamzat will be belt holders. I would definitely think that's possible. I miss Khabib too. Same do I. Khabib was one of... I used to hate when people would call Khabib boring. He was one of, if not my favorite fighter to watch fight. The unrelenting pressure, the unrelenting takedowns. When he got you down, he was attacking all limbs. And the fact that I will never have a Khabib Nurmagomedov prediction video on this channel really breaks my heart, to be quite honest. I'll never get to predict a Khabib fight on this channel. Greg Hardy's fingers messed up. He can't close his fist. Okay. I think so too, Garrett. Super fight between them two in so years. Oh, that would be incredible. Yes, it would be. I think it's going to happen. I'm not super confident, but I think it's very possible. I think if Colby wins, he wins by decision. He's not finishing Jorge Masvidal. Not at all. Yeah, he said he would still do it. He was open to Islam getting it as well. Now he won't get it. We'll see. Jorge talks such a big game like he's a special fighter. He's just he's just a bit better than 500 fighter. I think he has the better resume than Colby. Just ever so slightly. But also Jorge's been around forever. I'm so sick, of people, if Jorge's a journeyman, then so's Colby. Colby hasn't been fighting for nowhere near as long as Jorge has. Jorge's been fighting since 2003. And he got robbed in a lot of split decisions. You could give him the Ally Quinta fight. You could give him the Benson Henderson fight, the Lorenz Larkin fight, the Damian Maia fight. So there's 4 more wins right there. 4 more wins. At that point, he's 39-11. There's a lot of split decisions went against him. And I don't remember what I scored them all in real time. But, you get down here. The only time he got TKO'd was in 2008, outside of when he got KO'd by Kamaru. So I think Jorge. I thought if Jorge would have beat Damian Maia back in 2017, the winner of that fight was getting the next title shot against Woodley. And I thought had Jorge got by Damian Maia, I would have picked Jorge to beat Woodley. I always thought that Jorge was underrated. Then he landed the flying knee KO of Ben Askren, and then he was highly overrated. So, yeah, and then unfortunately Damian Maia went on to put on that shit stinker against Tyron Woodley for the belt. Tony Montana was a great line. I think the best line, and it's not biased for me. I don't care. I would say if Colby had a great line. The best psychological line of the whole entire press conference, of the whole entire build-up, is you sell those pay-per-views, bitch. Sell them, because I get a piece of them and you don't. There is nothing that will top that at all. There's nothing that will top that. Joey, do you think the Usman KO of Jorge will affect him mentally? That's one question mark. That's one X factor in this fight. That's a real possibility that he's worried about his chin now. Wait, you didn't predict him versus Justin? I didn't have a channel then. I predicted him. I predicted Khabib to win, but I don't have a video on the channel. I only started this channel last April. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary. Who do you think is going to win between Khamzat and Burns, and in what round? I'll say Khamzat by decision. I hope it's a 5-round fight. KOs do affect people like that. Yes, they do, but it's all a matter. Also, he got a long time off. It's been since last April. Khamzat fights in Ramadan. Interesting. Very interesting. I think my first video was the Joshua Fabia Diego Sanchez video. A lot of people were. Those videos blew up out of nowhere. I've been following that Damian Maia situation. I mean, not Damian Maia, that Joshua Fabia situation. I was looking at the Damian Maia tab I had open since that shit started going on. So I was well informed on that. And I said, I got to do a video about this weird, wonky shit. And it blew up like crazy. It blew up like crazy. Guys, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream. Blow up the likes on the stream. That's how we grow the chat. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we end up going 3 hours tonight. I remember one Friday I did a random stream. We ended up going like 3 hours, which is insane. Let me go look back when that was. Keep the questions coming, guys. I'm just checking something real quick. But run up the likes on the stream. I can't remember when that was. Let me take a look. I'm looking for, I think we did a 3-hour stream at one point in time. Let me take a look. 1 hour. A lot of my streams are like 1 hour and 45 minutes. Didn't we do a 3-hour stream at 3 hours and 20 minutes? Holy smokes. Let me pull that up real quick. We did it February 11th. We went 3 hours and 20 minutes. That is insanity. By the end of the stream, I was tired as hell, I remember. But we had a lot to talk about. The title of the stream was UFC 271, Rafael Fiziev versus RDA, moved to 272, Israel Adesanya's boob. We had almost 60 likes on that stream. So, let me close this out. I don't need this anymore. I bet Khamzat first round submission. I don't think that's happening. If anything, Khamzat first round KO. I don't know if Burns can catch Khamzat with a KO. I've seen his striking and people say it's pretty good. Maybe a heel hook. I don't know. You think Burns will win? I think if Burns wins, probably by like a quick submission. But he's not really like that Charles Oliveira type guy where he just snatches up quick submissions. I think if Burns wins, he probably hurts him and then wraps up a submission. He beat Al for show. Crowd boo Al out of the arena. Yeah, you guys better not boo me. Yeah, I thought he clearly lost that one from what I remember. Colby took it too far when he called Jorge Fidel Castro, if you guys know. Shaking my head. I guess, I mean, it's the fight game. I don't really get paid too much attention. Vittori versus Rockhold prediction. I don't like that fight for Rockhold, but if Rockhold is as good as he once was, I would pick Rockhold, but I don't trust the chin. I just don't trust the chin, but I don't like Vittori striking. But I'll probably go Vittori just because of Rockhold's chin. How you do? Okay, that wasn't to me. Wouldn't it be awesome if Fabio came back and started coaching Sam Alvey? If I was a fighter who was looking for a little bit of promotion, I would just hire Joshua Fabio for shits and giggles. I wouldn't listen to anything he said. I damn sure wouldn't let him hang me upside down and beat the shit out of me. But I would just have him in my corner just yelling ridiculous shit. Fight like a tiger. Fight like a tiger. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Tyson. Spider-Man combination head kick to the head. If TKZ beats Volk, does he fight Max or Yair? Fights Max. You're everywhere too. If you notice, I'm everywhere. Where are you guys hanging out at? That's what I need to know. Where are you guys hanging out at? What other channels are you guys hanging out on? Let me know. I always ask this once in a while. What other MMA channels do you guys watch? Let me know in the chat. Even if you answered it before, just let me know what other MMA YouTube channels you watch. I'm always curious what you guys are watching. Your thoughts on Kamaru boxing Canelo. Disturbing. It will probably never happen. Usman would get absolutely demolished. I was going to say demolished at first. Mitchell's going to surprise you tomorrow. He will dominate on top. I don't see it at all. I'm very confident Edson Barboza. So, I think I will be right. But if not, I have no problem coming on here and say, I was wrong. I didn't see it. And I will explain my thought processes. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't like a lot of people when they're doing predictions, and everyone does it, and it's not necessarily a wrong thing, but there's far too many people who sit on the fence and don't say when they're confident because they are scared of looking dumb. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I say, oh, this is a very close fight. I'm kind of 50-50 on this. But with this fight, I am fairly confident Edson Barboza wins. And quite frankly, I would think for me, it would be a big upset if Bryce Mitchell beats Edson Barboza. So we will see. We will see, and we will talk about it tomorrow. We will talk about it tomorrow, or technically Sunday morning, because it'll be like 1 a.m. where I'm at. I like McKinney. Dober will wrestle. I like McKinney taking the fight on short notice. I love it. Rockhold has become trash since his chin disappeared. Recently became a fan of Bryce Mitchell, but I think Barboza will win. Okay, Mario, I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's actually do a poll. I can't believe how many people are picking Bryce Mitchell. Is it just because he's a character or what? Who wins tomorrow? Because I don't see the skills that are there. Edson Barboza has good takedown defense against non-elite guys. You know? He beats guys out. He beat the shit out of Dan Hooker. You know, he has a lot of close losses, and he fought the elite of the elite at lightweight for a while. Bryce Mitchell's not going to be able to bully him. Look at Bryce's body. Bryce is a small guy. But you never know with MMA. Maybe he comes out there. I do agree that Bryce's strengths are Edson's weaknesses, but I don't think Bryce's strengths are to the level that they can expose Edson Barboza's weaknesses, if that makes sense. Conor has never pulled out of a fight, unlike Khabib. Okay, that's no big deal. Do you think Kim got robbed against the fight? No, I actually scored it the other way. I thought she landed the more damaging shots, if it's the fight I'm thinking about. As we move closer and closer to Usman and Leon fight, I'm kind of seeing Leon winning if he doesn't get taken down. Also, kind of did get rocked by Nate Diaz, but Usman has his moments. We will see. Yeah, Leon's a very well-rounded fighter. Hyena says he watches MMA Guru and Weasel. Kolstrom Sup watches MMA holes. Politics aside, Fidel Castro. Yeah, we don't even need to talk about that. Anything that has the word politics in it, I never want to talk about. Luke Thomas channel, RC and DC. Hold up, I hop on YouTube. Why are they interviewing Marty like he has a fight? He's throwing pay-per-view points out the window every time he talks. Fair enough. I don't like to listen to anything Usman says. I won't even watch that scrum. I find Usman impossible to listen to. I actually find him and Colby both impossible to listen to be quite honest. Hold up, okay, none really. I used to watch Fighters Rep YouTube channel, but he only talks boxing now and stopped live streaming. Angelo says MMA Guru, E-Money Picks, eBay Fight Predictions, Weasel a bit, and Jesse on fire. What would you rate Tyron Woodley title reign? What's the scale? A, B, C, D, E? I'll say it's a solid C. It's decent, but it's not great. I mean, what was it? He defended against Till and Damian Maia. And was there one more? I can't remember. Or was it just the two? You beat Robbie Lawler. Oh, no, you got the draw against Wonderboy, the decision against Wonderboy, the win against Damian Maia, and the win against Darren Till. I give it like a C-. It's not a great thing. Who's the best gatekeeper of all time? Yoel Romero, Full Mount MMA, and Kilian Kamoro. MMA On Point is pretty good. They're the biggest MMA channel on YouTube. Going to hit millions soon. That's crazy. MMA Focus, and MMA Crazy. Never even heard of them. I haven't heard a lot of these. I disagree with you. Hooker didn't wrestle. Okay, but that doesn't change the fact he got smashed. I was just saying that he got destroyed. That's all I was talking about. I wasn't talking about his wrestling. It's a bad stylistic matchup. It's a bad stylistic matchup for Edson. I think it's a bad stylistic matchup for Mitchell. When you're not a good striker and you get put against one of the best strikers in the world, it's a bad matchup. Who's the UFC prospect to watch in 2022? Umar Nurmagomedov. He's fighting tomorrow night. I am not one of these guys that jump on the hype train just because of the name. The dude looks good. And that's a tough division though at bantamweight, so I don't know how far he'll get. But he looks great everywhere. but he hasn't fought legit competition yet. Tomorrow will be a little bit of a step up. MMA World used to be goated. I haven't even heard of a lot of these. I would like to know the best UFC channels to watch. I have no idea. That's why I'm always asking. I don't really watch a lot of anything. I'm gonna be honest. There's multiple reasons why I don't watch. I mean, I check out stuff here and there. I watch James Lynch's, mainly like his Q&As for the most part. I watch, a little bit here and there just to get ideas. But I'm constantly talking about MMA, and it's like the last thing I need to do is just like listen to like videos of other people's opinions, and then I feel like maybe it starts swaying my opinion. I used to really watch a lot of like the MMA beat years and years ago with Ariel, Luke, Chuck, and Jeff Wagon something or other. But that obviously disbanded years ago, and then I never really watched much again. Go through and find a grappler Edson did well against. He was stuffing takedowns early against Khabib. And Bryce is he's not a Khabib Nurmagomedov. And he sprints forward and leaves himself wide open to get struck. He's going to get brutally KO'd in the first round, Fight Life. I can't wait for the super chat tomorrow telling me that I'm right. Leon will TKO Usman. Usman's too worried about Canelo. Maybe so. I'm so tired of the boxing talk. Oh my God. Bryce did look pretty small compared to Edson. Edson might stop all the takedowns and brutalize this dude on the feet. That's what I think is going to happen. Joey, I hate Usman, and it was decent until it got to the fan questions. Well, there you go. Wonder Boy, he had a long streak. Jorge better win this fight for me. I'm not kidding. I think he will, Mike Griffin, but it's going to be tough. I still can't believe Wonder Boy lost to Bilal, even though it's been a few months. Burgos was a bad matchup for Barboza because of cardio, chin, and pressure. But look what happened. Edson Barboza is a bum. That's ridiculous. Absolutely not. What's up, Fast? Joey, how do you know so much about it then? Just following it? I mean, I can't really explain it. I just watch it. I know some of you guys might sometimes question, like, okay, do I watch stuff and like get other people's opinions or stuff? I love to hear others' opinions, mainly your guys's. But for the most part, I'm literally just watching the fights, and I read news on Twitter. I follow a lot of MMA journalists on Twitter. And then I form my own opinions with the information that I gather, I don't ever want to feel like, and naturally when you watch other people, I mean, I can be swayed. I'm not one of these people who, like, I'm 100% firm in my belief. Like, if somebody lays out a decent case for something, I can be swayed. But I'm definitely not going to be one of those people who, I don't like people who just, there's some people who I feel like watch certain, people and then just regurgitate everything they say. There's a lot of people who do that. What does Umar do? These Russian wrestlers are really good, but they are boring. Umar is more of a striker than a grappler, Fight Life, and his striking is amazing. Watch Umar versus, there's one fight on ESPN Plus. I can't remember the name of the guy he fought. Morozo or something like that. It's the guy that recently got stopped by De Andrade. But dude, he looks so good everywhere. The head kicks look super fast. The striking looks super fast. It looks very technical. He's got a killer instinct. He knows when to put the foot on the gas, take the foot off the gas. Great scrambles, great takedowns, great submissions. Again, not against the greatest competition. Yeah, he fought Sergio Morozov, who's actually a decent fighter. Edson got that Nate Diaz record. I don't really care. I care about the quality of the fights. Any thoughts on the Kane situation? I have multiple thoughts. I've already talked about them a little bit, so I'm just going to go through like real quick. Basically, I'm very sympathetic to Cain Velasquez. I hope he does not go to jail for a long time. I think it's disgusting what happened to his family, supposedly. Again, I don't know if this is confirmed yet because I haven't really read a lot of that stuff. Stuff like that gets me depressed. I just need to stick to like positive news, to be honest. But at the same time, I do think that he's going to probably have some type of punishment because of the fact that he's firing into a car and somebody could have got killed outside of the guy that he was targeting. So it's reckless, but I get it because of the emotion, and I hope that whoever sentenced him takes that into account, and I hope that he's able uh to get off light, and I just wish, and maybe this is a popular opinion, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, and I know that he was super emotional. I wish he would have took his time and made sure he got the right guy and actually got him. I'm not going to use the words, but you guys get what I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to get start using weird words on YouTube, and the next thing you know, I get my channel banned or something weird like that. And plus, I don't even like talking about this stuff. It just makes me depressed. Mitchell is tough. He won't get KO'd. Fair enough. It's great that Moicano stepped up for short notice. I don't really see it going his way. Okay. Edson is far from a bum. I agree. I think he's one of the elite featherweights for sure. Super off topic, but every time I turn on my TV, it turns on a channel that's 24 episodes of Baywatch. I'm listening to you while watching this magic. Very weird. Nurmagomedov, Rodriguez, Malarkey, RDA, Covington, Ubekov. Okay. What is this? I don't even know what this is right here. That's such a weird message. But Morozov, thank you. Go watch your fights back. I'm pretty confident, Mitchell. I'm gonna head out for now, but I have fun. I'm picturing that SpongeBob meme. All right, I'm gonna head out. All right, head out, French fries. Talk to you later, bud. Umar has probably the most entertaining fight style. That's how you know you didn't see his fights. Off to bed, getting up at 4 a.m. Good night, everyone. Good night, Garrett, and thank you again for the super chat. Umar's definition of mixed martial artists. Agree, but we got to pump the brakes. That's cool. LOL, go watch Baywatch. Don't care you think wins. If you say Edson bum, then you don't know much. Kane missed. Yeah, he should have been more careful with it. That's the only thing I could say. Nurmagomedov should be in line. Nurmagomedov should be in the main card. I think he should be on the actual prelims. If Kane only landed swish on the nunts, yeah, he should have been more careful about it. But I guess he was emotional. I just hope he doesn't go to jail for a really long time. I think he does deserve to be punished just because he could have killed an innocent. He could have he could have killed somebody else's kid or something. But I get he was emotional, so I hope they take that into account and he doesn't serve much time. And I hope he gets justice for him and his family. But it's just sad. Now he's got a daughter, whatever age she is. I don't even know what age she is. That's going to possibly spend many years of her life without her father, which is really depressing. And this is exactly why I don't like talking about this type of stuff. Hooker or Allen, I'm going Arnold Allen. I don't trust Hooker to do anything. Did anyone see anything about Colby being injured? I'm glad you brought that up because I almost forgot about that. Jorge was saying off the mic at the weigh-ins, did you get those cortisone shots in your knee? Like, he was just trying to make it known to Colby that he knew something was going on. And I truly believe, not that I'm saying Masvidal wouldn't just say that shit to mess around, but I truly believe that if, in fact, one of these guys did get injured, I don't think they're pulling out. Because this is a massive fight. A massive fight, 100%. So, you think one of these guys is pulling out? I don't think so. Let me see something. Oh, this popped up. So, guys, keep filling the chat with questions if you would. I would greatly appreciate it. Looks like I must have swayed the chat, or the chat's with me. 57% is taking Edson Barboza. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll. Take L's for years now. He's not that great. I think he's better than Bryce, though. I think he's better than Bryce. A lot better than Bryce. This doesn't seem like Kane. Seems like such a calm dude. It's more of a Strickland thing. I honestly think what he did was stupid. You never take the law into your own hands. Yeah, especially in that manner. But I think it's an emotional thing to do. And also, I think people who are really, how do you describe it? There's certain people who say crazy shit just to get reactions. And there's certain people who are really like, if this shit happened, shit's really going down. And Kane is obviously about that life. He's about that life. I don't think Sean Strickland is. I mean, he talks mad shit about killing people, and then he goes in there and pumps a weak jab for 5 rounds. So there's certain people, the crazy ones don't talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? So why does O'Malley always injure his hands in fights? He's always sitting out for fights because of his hands. He's also got very brittle legs. Yeah, but saying he's a bum is ridiculous and stupid. I would agree. There's no way Edson is a bum. And if Edson's a bum, then if Bryce loses tomorrow, does that make Bryce a bum? Edson looked good in some fights. Then effing chokes in other fights. He really hasn't been consistent. I don't know if I would even agree with that, to be quite honest. Let me go take a look. But I know he loses, but you look at some of these fights, the Giga Chikadze, okay, he got clipped and TKO'd. I mean, before that, Danny Gay beat Paul Felder. He got KO'd by Justin Gaethje. Kevin Lee fight, I don't remember. Khabib Nurmagomedov. I mean, look at this competition. I mean, Bryce Mitchell couldn't even, sniff a fart from the level of competition that Edson Barboza has faced. I mean, look at this competition. Regardless, win or loss, he fought Donald Cerrone in his prime of prime. Tony Ferguson in his prime. Khabib in his prime. Kevin Lee when Kevin Lee was actually good, arguably in his prime. Justin Gaethje in his prime on the way to a title. And then his other losses are split decisions. And then Giga Chikadze, who that hasn't aged too great, but I think Giga Chikadze is still very, very good. I think people put too much emphasis on the record. You have to look at the context. It's crazy to me that you can say Edson's a bum, but then you ride a guy like Conor who's won one fight in 6 years. So Edson's an active guy. Of course he's going to have some wins and losses. He could have sat out for 6 years and he'd still have like 2 losses and not win any fights. So I just find that really bizarre. But we'll find out. You'll have bragging rights if Bryce goes out there and beats him. But I expect you to say that Bryce Mitchell's a trash can if Edson does go out there and just beat the brakes off him like I imagine that he will. I watch this channel to see you yell about fence grabs. I hate fence grabs, dude. Remind me of a better Michael Johnson. I don't think he chokes that badly. And he's fighting. His losses are all to elite level competition. And then you got Colby talking about Jorge's win or loss record. Look at Colby's resume. It's garbage. And he got pieced up by Damian Maia. So it's all about context, guys. And I know we can all have difference of opinion, but context is key for sure. To be honest, it was very reckless and encouraging that behavior strike me as weird. It's as if they wish they were in a similar situation so they could kill someone. Yeah, it's a very bizarre scenario. I just think it's all unfortunate. That's my thought process. But it's just super depressing in general. I mean, all of it. I'm so excited for Jorge versus Colby. I have a feeling that Jorge's wrestling defense has improved a lot, and I really think he can catch Colby and TKO him. I say round 3. Looks like me and you think alike, but I have round 2. The biggest scam was convincing people he'd be champion if Kamaru wasn't. That would either be Khamzat or Leon. Both of those guys are more deserving of the number 1 ranking. Okay, fair enough. I'm not even going to read. I can't even talk about that anymore, to be quite honest. If Bryce can take some damage to wrestle Edson down, I think he wins. I think best case for Bryce, he wins rounds 2 and 3 and wins 29-28. Edson's 4-6 in his last 10, will be 4-7 after Saturday. Well, that's 3 more wins than. Let's actually take a look at something real quick. Let me read this. Let's go right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 3 more wins than Conor McGregor since 2016, and people want to give Conor a title shot. So give Edson a title shot. They went through the property after. Okay, that's disturbing. Maybe Kane will see a Mayhem Miller in jail. Hope he gets a break on the whole situation. Yeah, I feel bad for him. Regardless if you don't necessarily agree with what he did, you understand why he did it, and you hope that he doesn't go to jail for a long time. I think that's most people's opinions. Who do you think will start fighting emotionally, Colby or Jorge? I think neither one of them. I think both of them are going to be super dialed in. Neither one of them want to lose this fight. On top of not liking each other, if they do in fact hate each other, they also know that where they are at in their career, Colby's getting up there in age. Jorge's much older than Colby. Even Colby, I think, is 34, going on 35, something along those lines, maybe. And Jorge's 37 or 38. So both these guys are at a pivotal point in their career. Both of them coming off losses, and a loss here is going to be very detrimental to their careers and their future. I think they'll both still have some big fights lined up, but a loss here is massive. So I think regardless of the animosity between the two, a loss here by either Colby or Jorge really means a lot. Really means a lot, and the win means a lot too. Guys, if you're watching the channel for the first time, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Colby versus Jorge is like a 50-50 toss-up. Fair enough. Why'd they call Barboza a bum and not Conor? Bro, Conor has actually won the big fights. Conor was champion in his 2 divisions. When Barboza gets the big fight, he always loses. Come on now. But the dude, I'm saying, when you have a guy that's active, he's going to naturally lose more fights. It's just the law of probability for most people. That was my point. Jorge just re-signed with the UFC, so he has insurance, making the cash. Also, Colby looks so dumb, even putting out there that he's not getting pay-per-view points and says that, oh, I didn't want him. You should have got him. I think it's ridiculous that he's not getting him. I think the UFC is screwing Colby over, but maybe they made a deal where he got a higher flat fee, and instead of the pay-per-view points, and that's what he wanted. That's what he preferred. But I don't think it's right that he's not. I think he should be. I mean, obviously, he's trying to sell the pay-per-view. Come on, man. Jorge just re-signed. Okay, read that. Conor's a bum now, too. I don't know what Conor has to do with this. I'm just drawing comparisons. I'm just saying you have guys that are talking about him getting a title shot, and, he's never active, and that's why if Conor was as active as Edson, he'd probably have more losses than Edson. That was my point. And I just picked Conor out of a hat. It could have been anyone that's inactive. Same thing as Nate Diaz, but Nate Diaz used to be active, so he has those losses. And same with Colby. Colby sat out for years. Meanwhile, Jorge was actually active for a long point in his career. You look at Conor, has 6 losses. Wait a second. So Conor has 6 losses in his MMA career, and Edson has 10. And Conor has 28 MMA fights, and Barboza has 32. So I just picked Conor because he's super inactive. That's the only reason I picked Conor. When you're active, you're obviously the probability of you losing more fights is going to happen. Joey, don't miss the first fight tomorrow night. Both guys are strikers, have 0 wrestling, and both stay busy. Should be fire. I'm taking Olik Juzik. I can't even pronounce his name. Fair enough. I usually always try to watch the early prelims. I'm trying to get better about it, though. I just have a lot of stuff to do on the weekends, and so sometimes I end up back late. Half fake beef. I really feel like it's a must-win for Jorge. Colby's. I feel like it's a must-win for both guys, to be honest. Yeah, Dana is wrong. I watched both. Give me your reaction to yesterday's press conference. What did you think about it? I'd like to know your opinion. I didn't enjoy it too much. There was a couple funny lines, but there wasn't much to react to. I really believe that neither guy won the press conference. Quotes. My microphone was blocking the one. I think the best line, and if I was Jorge, the thing that I would do, and he did it at the weigh-ins, keep selling me them pay-per-views because I get a cut of it and you don't. That was the best line of the whole press conference, and it's the truth. So, and you can tell it actually cuts Colby deep. Umar versus Brian, your pick, and Tagir versus Tim, your pick. I did. Yeah, exactly. They talked over each other too much. I found it annoying. I found it super annoying. So, for me, it was like terrible, actually. Umar versus Brian, your picks, and Tagir versus Tim, your picks. I'm going Umar. I have a full prediction video on the channel. Tagir versus Tim, I've been flipping back and forth. I'll go Tim Elliott. I think I changed it up from Tagir last time. Tim Elliott's hard to beat. How old are you? Guess in the chat, and I will tell you. They talked over. Okay, I already read that. Joey, baby, I'm here. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well, Sinister. Good to see you. Good to see you. Fun fact, the guy that gave Tony Ferguson his first loss in the regionals called out Tony when Tony won the belt. That's hilarious. Colby is number 1 and Jorge is number 6. If Jorge wins, will that make him number 1 in the rankings? I don't know, man. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I found the Maritza's comment interesting for Colby. Colby saying Maritza was paying the bills. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess that was a decent one. 28. I just turned 29 last month. Why is Colby not getting pay-per-view money and Jorge is? I don't know. Bad negotiating. Bad negotiating. Joey is like 20. Yeah, I just turned. Yep. That's a weird question. I don't know. What do you want me to draw like what's that called? Like a sketch. You know how they do when the police come and they draw a sketch? I forgot what they call them though. Like a suspect sketch is what it is. Is that what you want me to do? You want me to grab a pen and pencil and sketch her for you? Thug Nasty pulls off the upset, in my opinion. I disagree, but we will see. Did you ever go see Batman? I talked about it in the Discord. Won't spoil, of course. I actually messaged you in the Discord today. You did not respond. I said, guess where I just got to, or guess where I am right now? I went to see it this afternoon. It was amazing. It was long, but I loved every second of it. I think it's the best. I think it's the best Batman ever, in my opinion. I liked it better than the Christian Bales. I definitely liked it better than the Ben Afflecks. What are we even talking about? Why are we? Let's just. I thought we were just asking Joey personal questions that don't matter. 250K on my last tax return, Fight Life. If you must know, bro. If you must know. Joey didn't know who Crazy Horse Bennett was, so under 30. There you go. Yeah, she has a nose, 2 ears, and a mouth. Yep, and long hair. And she's shorter than me. But again, you guys thought I was like 5'7" or something. I can't believe you guys thought I was like 5'7". So that's weird. That was a weird one. We never even talked about it ever before. Joey, if Masvidal flying Nikkei is Colby, will you shave your head or beard? No. Does YouTube pay you better than a 9-to-5 job? Absolutely not. I hope for one day. I hope one day. I'm sorry, brother. I'm so sorry, brother, but I'm glad you loved it because I really did. I can't wait for more. Agreed. But no big deal, dude. I was just kidding around. It doesn't matter. You're blindly picking Barboza, then it was complete domination by Bryce, constant arm triangle and twister attempts, but he never got him. Joey, what's your phone number? Yeah, hold on. You guys want me to give you my social real quick? Here, I'll give you my social. There you go. If you guys need my social. I just made that number up. So that probably is really somebody's social. Somebody in the chat right now is like, what the hell? I really hope to meet you one day, boss. You're a cool fucking dude. Fair enough. Maybe we'll all have to go to an event or something. Now I guess 5'11". Okay, good. Thank you for at least guessing 5'11". I'm 6'2", 6'3", for those of you guys who don't know. And I'm not wearing any pants right now. I'm only in my underwear, if you must know that as well. No socks, no pants, just a shirt and some underwear. Usually I'm wearing pants when I'm on the live stream, but I took a shower right before I came in here. Guru is 5'2". Fun fact, I did not know that. Yep, I'm 6'2", 6'3", somewhere around there. I put some respect in there. What fights do you want the UFC to make this year? Islam versus Charles. Islam versus Conor. Khamzat versus Usman. Yeah. You guys want my blood too? A little of all of my blood, first blood, my blood type. Get up. I've got up and walked off camera before. How many waters am I drinking a day? Probably like 8. Hold on, let's see what I got here. There we go. I don't know what that was. Something just popped up on here. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Let me put all these waters back now. These empty bottles. I drink a lot of water. It's pretty much always it's always what I drink. Lamal, thanks, Joey. Sick. Yeah, if you want to apply for a credit card, I have great credit, so you can go apply for a credit card. Show us your height reveal. What? I already showed you. I showed you guys a picture of me standing up. That's clear as day. I posted in the Discord too. I probably have another somewhere here. Let me go to my screenshots here. If you want to see it again, I'll show it to you. I mean, not why would I lie? That'd be a weird thing to lie about, but I guess some people would. Let me find it real quick. It's me holding my dog. Here, you guys can see me right here. There you go. There's me holding my dog, my puppy, when I got him. So you can I guess you can see me there. Boxer briefs. Definitely boxer briefs. So I can't be wearing loose boxers. Bro, what the hell is that? What are we talking about there? Come on, the odds of it happening are low and it puts something on the line. If Masvidal flying, but it doesn't put something on the line. I don't get nothing out of it. Okay, now we just need fingerprints. Fair enough. I'll send you a picture of my bank account information too if you want that. You want my YouTube login too? Joey, why you leak my number? Imagine that's somebody's number. Islam versus RDA would have been fire. I agree. How many milliliters per bottle? I don't know. These are 500 milliliter bottles. 17, almost 17 ounces. Gotta stay hydrated. We need Jan versus O'Malley. Whenever I come up here to stream, I try to bring at least 3 bottles. Sometimes I just grab one and I think, oh, I'll be all right. We'll only do an hour stream. And then next thing you know, we're doing a 2-hour stream and I'm thirsty as hell. Talking a lot like this, you guys don't realize you get a very dry mouth. We need Jan versus O'Malley. I'd love it. Wear pants and get up. Okay, read that. Hydrate it. Do you think UFC is making a mistake by not signing Kayla Harrison? I think they should. But I don't know if it's a massive mistake. How many times do you pee a day? I don't know. Maybe 6 to 10, somewhere around there. Aren't you tired of Dana's deaf gimmick? As soon as she's asked a tough question, he acts like he can't hear it. Do you think tomorrow's pay-per-view? Yes, it is annoying. I don't know if it's fake or not. But it is ironic, the questions that are asked. Do you think tomorrow's pay-per-view will reach 1 million pay-per-view buys? No. It's so annoying. Damn drinking game. Take a drink every time Joey does and shot every time he blows his nose. There you go. I don't blow my nose too much on stream. That's a tell. That's how you know no Dana's about to lie. No way it breaks 1 million. How many inches are you packing? Okay, too far. Too far there. I know a lot about UFC. I know well enough who beats who. I'm good at doing these analysis. With that being said, I wonder who wins a UFC fight, Conor McGregor or WWE star CM Punk. I think that's going to be a tough fight. Winner fights Sam Alvey. For the BMF. 4 liters, 1.5 gallons. Yeah, I don't go anywhere without a bottle of water. I leave the house in the morning. I take multiple bottles of water. If I'm going to be gone for a while, go to the movies, I take a bottle of water. So I'm always packing water. And I usually, especially in the wintertime, I'll have like an extra bottle of water in the car just in case. Let's continue. I had Colby 10-8 on the press conference. I think that's a little bit dramatic. How many times do you shave a month? I trim it up. I trim maybe twice, maybe 3 times. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. When it starts getting itchy, and it was actually getting itchy very much today. When's the last time you clipped your toenails? 3 days ago, actually. And I actually clipped my fingernails tonight. Take a look at those. Let's see if you can see them. Why is it not focusing? You guys aren't seeing them. I ain't one of them fools that got dirt underneath his fingernails, though. I cleaned them out. Park Reporters, the GOAT. Does Colby TKO Jorge on the ground tomorrow? Absolutely not. I think the biggest shock is Colby getting a finish tomorrow. Joey wins, and I save all my, in Fight Life, I save all my toenail clippings and put them in a jar for you. I'm gonna ship them to you when it gets full. So, what size shirt are you? 2X. What's your wingspan? I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. There you go. There you get an idea what it is. What is going on here? Do you bite your nails? No, I do not. Colby said half your check is going to your wife, and Masvidal said at least it's half. Colby 10-8 presser. Okay. Whatever. Let's see. What do we got here? What is this? What is this you sent, Cyber? What did you send in the Discord? What is saying there? I'm not going to watch it right now. I'll watch it later. But what is being said? Let me know. I just saw your message in here. GOAT list. I'll make one and maybe make a video. I feel like this is the biggest fight since Khabib Conor. I think you're smoking. I think you're smoking on that one. There's no way. There's no way. I don't even think this is bigger than Charles and Dustin, in my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We've already been on here for an hour. Guys, keep the questions coming. Don't forget to like the stream. Michelle Pereira or D-Rod? I'll take D-Rod. I don't trust Michelle Pereira. Why does Colby say Jorge is a deadbeat dad? Any info? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any info other than him just saying that. I think these guys are just throwing out insults to throw out insults. You know, oh, he owes money to so-and-so. He's a deadbeat. You know, they're both just making up shit to make up shit. Just to try to make the other look bad. This is honestly what's going on. No one thought Usman would KO Jorge. So with that being said, what if Jorge somehow out-wrestles Colby and Colby KOs Jorge? Imagine anything can happen to MMA. I doubt it. I doubt it. Colby getting a finish is the most unlikely result. Let's see. Let's carry on. Let's do a poll of the most unlikely outcomes for Jorge versus Colby. Let me know what I should put as the options. So first option, what's the most unlikely outcome of Colby versus Jorge? First outcome will be Colby by brutal KO. What should be next? What should be next, guys? What should be the other, like, two options or so? It will sell better than any recent Volk or Yan fight. How many? Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if it sells better than 270. Fight Life, whoa, Volk disrespect. I know Yan is one of your favorite fighters, but who is your favorite fighter ever? Favorite fighter ever? Anderson Silva, probably. Does Amanda Nunes win the rematch? Yes. UFC 272 embedded episode slightly ahead of 271. Yeah, I think it would probably do right on track with that. Maybe I would say 500,000 to 700,000. I think that's a big thing. Okay, so Colby by brutal KO. We'll go Jorge by sub. What else? What else would be fairly unlikely? Jorge by decision. Jorge 50-45. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, I can add one more option. I'll just say draw. Draw. Jorge, I'll say a draw. Don't vote right away. Give it a second because sometimes it glitches if you vote right away. So, I put it out. Give it a second and then vote. Jorge by Twister. Jorge by submission. Jorge 50-45 is most unlikely in my opinion. If it goes to decision, I'm confident that Colby wins. If it goes to decision. I probably shouldn't have thrown draw in there because everyone's going to vote for draw. Colby submits Jorge. I think that's unlikely as well. I mean, Damian Maia ain't submitting him. But Colby by first round knockout. Okay, consider that Colby by brutal KO. DQ for either fighter. That'd be crazy. Imagine they just start throwing groin shots at each other on purpose. Imagine Jorge Masvidal comes out and lands the same flying knee he lands on Ben Askren, but instead to the chin, he lands it right to the groin of Colby. And just Colby can't continue because his nuggets are just destroyed. Jorge definitely did better on the mic at the weigh-ins. I'm surprised how many fans are saying that Colby destroyed. Oh, the weigh-ins? The weigh-ins, Masvidal absolutely wrecked him. I mean, there's nothing Masvidal can say. As far as, there's nothing Colby can say back when Masvidal's like, yeah, sell that pay-per-view because I'm getting a piece of it and you're not. Usman says he KOs Canelo. He's living in a fantasy world. He's living in a fantasy world for sure. 54-5 is more unlikely. Jorge can get a 10-8. Fair enough. All right. So it looks like Jorge 50-45 is most unlikely currently. Let's carry on. Let me check something out real quick. Masvidal will groin shot in the first 10 seconds like he did against Till. Imagine that. Imagine he comes out and just throws a flying knee to the groin. Guys, that'd be hilarious. The press conference really wasn't a type of press conference where somebody won. It was just a bunch of interrupting and talking over each other. We're on the same page, Tom. To be honest, I think Canelo loses the next fight to Bivol. I don't know anything about boxing. But Usman definitely outboxes Canelo. Obviously, I'm trolling. How many times MMA Joeys can beat John Jones? 0. Like Canelo says, he wants a payday. What about Colby knocking out Jorge in a flying knee? That would be highly unlikely. Just Colby by knockout in any fashion, I think, is highly unlikely. It's already basically a pro. Imagine it's just the worst fight you could ever imagine. Imagine Colby and Jorge just have the absolute worst possible fight. And it's just so boring. And just nothing's happening. Colby's taking him down. And Jorge's locking him up. And there's just no real activity going on. That would be quite disturbing. That would be quite disturbing. If you have not checked out my main event prediction for this Saturday, make sure you go check it out. I'm taking a look. The videos I've done recently have done pretty good. My main event prediction seems like nobody cared that much about it, but I have a bunch of 1,000 view videos in the last few weeks, which isn't bad for my channel, which is so small. My channel is very, very small, and to have a bunch of 1,000 views videos, I mean, to almost be to 2,300 subs, you guys have no idea. That's crazy to me. It is crazy to me. And in the last 2 weeks, let's see. This one's got almost 800 views, 600 views, 1,300 views, 1,700 views, 800 views, 800 views, 800 views, 1,400 views, 2,000 views, 2,000 views, 1,100 views, 3,000 views. That gets me back to 3 weeks ago. So the channel is growing every single day. We'll probably be to 2,300 by the end of next week, I think. We're almost there now. We are currently sitting at 2,248 subscribers. Insanity. Insanity. I think Colby can actually hurt Jorge. If this was years ago, I don't think he could. But after the Usman KO, I don't know how well Jorge can take punches. Fair enough. What about Colby kissing George? That'd be hilarious. I don't care what you say. Agapova is hot. Something about her. Okay. Colby doesn't have Usman's power, so Jorge should win with this with good takedown defense. I dare you to name a fight right Ow, bro, what? Lamau? Do you remember how terrible Rashad Jones' fight was? Rivalry fights aren't that good. Dude, that fight was god-awful. I think many people are confident that Colby will win, so that might not watch the main event videos as much because they think also pick Colby. Yep, that could be it too. I dare you to name a fight right now that would make more numbers than Conor McGregor versus Masvidal, Conor McGregor versus Francis Ngannou, Conor McGregor versus Umar Usman, maybe. Conor McGregor versus Khamzat Chimaev, Conor McGregor versus Israel Adesanya. But Conor McGregor versus Masvidal is huge. I almost think Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz would be bigger. The third one. Let's actually do a poll on that. I'm just going to come up with a couple fights. What's the biggest fight? We'll do Conor versus Nate, Conor versus Diaz, Conor versus Masvidal, and let's throw in Jones versus Ngannou. Oh, let's add one more. Usman versus Chimaev. I doubt anyone's going to vote for that, but who knows? Chimaev, it seems like he's very, very popular. Let's see what you guys thinks. How I see the fight playing out, Colby takes Jorge down. Jorge gets back up and starts piecing up Colby. It's back and forth, but Jorge lands a clean shot, rocks Colby, and then goes ham on him, TKOs him. That's kind of similar to what I have. I think Colby will get takedowns, but I think Masvidal will be able to get back up. I will actually be pissed if they hug after the fight. McGregor versus Diaz. At this point, McGregor Diaz 3 would be bigger. It was Conor versus Jorge in early 2020. There's no fight aside from Conor Khabib 2 that would be close. Dude, Conor versus Khabib 2 would be massive, 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 massive. Conor McGregor versus Paddy in the year's biggest fight ever. Fair enough. I really think Khabib revolutionized the MMA game like Anderson did. Wrestling is everything these days. Conor versus Tony. Holland by sub. I don't know what that said because you retracted it, Tony. Conor might be the winner of Charles Justin G. Jones and Ngannou would barely break 1 million buys. I think it would be huge. I think it would do well over 1 million. Conor versus Khabib 2. What do you guys think Conor versus Islam would do? I think that'd be a huge fight right now. If they book that for a number one contender fight, it looks like most people say Conor versus Diaz. Conor versus Diaz is the biggest fight. Jones versus Ngannou is the biggest fight thing we made in MMA today. I have zero interest in another Conor Diaz fight. For me, I agree 100%, but I don't know as far as pay-per-view buys if that would be the biggest one. Paddy versus Vargas prediction. I'm still on the fence on that one, man. I don't have an official prediction. Probably going with Paddy. But I'm not super confident. Holland by sub, is this something you support? No. I think Holland probably finishes him by TKO or wins a decision, just outstriking it. I think Holland probably TKOs him. Second round TKO, I'll go. I figure. Hold on. Just for fun here. You think Conor improved his wrestling, but I don't think so. He's just drinking proper 12 and relaxing. Probably. I'm so tired of seeing McGregor Diaz fight. McGregor needs a new opponent, someone he's never fought before. He's fought Diaz. I'd like to see Diaz and McGregor run it back for a third time. You think Conor, okay, read that Conor versus Diaz is not a bigger fight than Conor versus Masvidal. I don't know. I think either one is huge. If you're talking about interest fight, then yeah, I agree. Jones and Ngannou. But number-wise, McGregor Diaz 3. Usman will never fight Hamza. I hope they do. Who should Holland fight next if he wins? Somebody in the rankings. Maybe like a Santiago Ponzinibbio. I'd like to see him. Maybe fight Shavkat Rakhmonov. That would be a fun one. I wouldn't be surprised if Usman retires after the Edwards fight. When Colby wins, whom should he fight next? I don't know. I really don't know. There's really no one because he's not fighting for a title until Usman loses the title. So I don't know where he goes from there. But he's best off calling out Nick or Nate. Maybe even Tony. I think he should try to fight Dustin. Conor versus Tony, and Chandler versus Gillespie, and Sarukian versus Gamrot. I love it. I love it. Jones DC2 couldn't even hit 1,000,000. It was close. Chandler's washed. I don't know if he's washed, but the chin is definitely a little bit suspicious. Colby versus the winner of Bilal versus Bilal Luque. Yeah, I guess so. That's very possible. And by that point, maybe Usman loses his belt or retires. Tony Ferguson versus Conor McGregor would be a big fight, in my opinion. It would do big numbers, of course. Remember Ponzinibbio was actually a title contender, then he disappeared for 2 years? Yes. Yep. Usman talks more about Canelo than Khamzat. True. It's annoying, but if Khamzat beats Gilbert Burns and then the same thing goes on, then we can really start talking about it. But until then, Khamzat's not close to a title shot until he beats an elite contender. 2 fights, 3 fights into the UFC. No, wait a second. 4 fights into the UFC. If he beats Burns, I'm all on board. He needs to fight for the belt. And if Usman's not talking about him then we have a problem. What's weird is somehow Usman versus Chimaev became the biggest fight. I think Chimaev will be a pay-per-view star. 36%. That's the last fight that I thought would win. Yuri makes Izzy his son. Yuri's much bigger than Izzy. Izzy's eventually going to get... Yuri's eventually going to get slept, though, the way he fights. His chin isn't holding up. Who would win, Yuri? Okay, I didn't even see that question. Luque deserves a title shot over Chimaev. Beat number 5 guy twice. Yeah, but if he beats Gilbert's, the number 2 guy ranked right now, and Gilbert's very good in a tough matchup, and Khamzat is just, his name is blowing up. I want to see Khamzat get a title shot if he beats Gilbert. And I can't say it's undeserving, Maybe Chandler KOs a few wrestlers, but another striker, I cannot Chandler. Believe me, Khamzat for real. It's a lot of idiots saying Usman is afraid of Khamzat. I don't believe that. I don't think he's afraid of him. What's your opinion on Cejudo? You think he screwed himself by retiring early? He thought the UFC would chase him, but they didn't. Yes, that's exactly my thoughts. It was a negotiating tactic, and it backfired on him. The crazy that people actually picked Usman Chimaev. Question wasn't best fight. It was biggest fight. Hot take, Ponzinibbio would have beaten Usman when they were first scheduled to fight many years ago. I don't remember that. Colby will leave Jorge in a pool of blood. I don't think he's left anybody ever in a pool of blood. So, I don't think he's ever left anyone in a pool of blood. The GOAT is okay. Khamzat triple champ. Khamzat is never going to be triple champ, guys. Khamzat is never, ever going to be triple champ. It's just not going to happen. Have you ever heard of Muhammad Usman's brother? He's a fighter. Why isn't he in the UFC? I think he's going to be on the Ultimate Fighter, but he's not very good, and he's at heavyweight. The Usman Chimaev dynamic reminds me a little late of Aldo's fighting rising star of Conor. You think Garbrandt's career slide is sad? I actually feel sad for this dude. I agree. Kane, I would love to see. Sunsao beat Masvidal. What? Really? They fought at one point in time? Usman is going to embarrass Khamzat when they fight. Shut up all the naysayers, okay? Jorge lost to a 135-pounder, okay? Any more questions about UFC 272? This is the last time you're going to see me before the post-fight tomorrow night. Before the post-fight. Let me know. Any questions? Any more questions before we end the stream? Don't forget to like the stream. If you want to continue the conversation, become a member of the channel. We will be messaging live tomorrow night, and you can message me anytime on there directly. The link is down in the description, but also here's the link here as well. You get a badge next to your name. You get custom emojis, and you also get extra live streams too. And member to the members only Discord, and we talk in there every single day. Every single day. Okay, what's your thoughts on Jeremy Stephens? He was dangerous back in the day. Very dangerous back in the day. I can't stand him. He pushed your car close, caused a neck injury, and then bitched about it the whole time. Why don't you think Khamzat could be a 3-division champ? He would get wrecked at 205. End of story. He would get demolished by Glover Teixeira right now. So, I don't think he can be 205-pound champion. I think a lot of people are just insane on that. Well, all right, guys. I think that wraps it up. I appreciate you guys all for joining me for the stream. If you haven't liked the stream already, make sure to like the stream. Appreciate you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. I already have the post fight scheduled on the channel. So if you want to, as soon as I end this stream, pop over to the channel real quick, click on the post fight, set a reminder, like the post fight for me, and even leave a message in there and say, yeah, stop by. Just let me know you stop by, and I will remember you tomorrow night, okay? So it's already scheduled on the channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Appreciate you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy UFC 272 tomorrow. Enjoy UFC 272 tomorrow. I'm very excited. If you want to, follow me on Twitter at MMA Joey C. Follow me on Instagram at MMA Joey C. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow night immediately following the fights. Don't forget to stop over at that stream real quick. Like it for me and leave a little message for me. So I appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow.